Hello students. In today's video lecture, we are going to talk about the control flow tools in Python program. In Python, there are two types of control flow statements. Those are conditional statements, or you can call them as decision making statements. The second one is looping statements. These statements are almost similar like C programming language, which you have already learned. So just listen carefully. So decision making, the conditional statements or decision statements are used when we need to perform different actions depending on whether a specified condition is evaluated to true or false. So in general, a typical decision making structures are like this. So first condition will be there, you will evaluate this condition, it will give the result as either true or false. If the condition result is true, you are going to execute the conditional code and then you will come out. If the condition outcome is false, then you are without executing this conditional code, we will come out of the loop and we will execute the next statements. So Python programming language assumes any non-zero and non-null values as true. Similarly, if there is a zero or null, then it is assumed as false value. So there are different types of decision making statements. First one is if statement, second is if else statement, third nested if statement. So here Python relies on indentation. Actually in C language, if there is a block, we'll be using a curly bracket in that. Similarly in different languages, there are different kinds of methods. Mostly in C, C++ and Java, we'll be using curly brackets to find out the block. But in Python, we have to use this white space at the beginning of the line, which is called as indentation. So this will define the scope of this code. This means code which is accessible within what statement. So this is a special thing. You must carefully follow the indentation in Python program. So now let us see the if statement. The if statement, there will be a logical expression and you will evaluate this logical expression and it will give either true or false. So based on this true or false, decisions is made. So now the syntax will be if expression colon statements or single statement or multiple statements, you can write it here. So the expression is a Boolean expression. That means it will provide you the result as either true or false. If the expression is true, you are going to execute the statements. If the expression is false, you are not going to execute these statements, but you are directly going to the first statement after these set of statements. So now see the flow chart. So here there will be a condition which is a Boolean expression. This Boolean expression will give you the result as either true or false. If the condition is true, you are going to execute the statements which are conditional code and then you will come out. If the condition is false, without execution of this code, you are directly coming to the next statements. Now let us see the example. Here we are taking a variable and assign 100. So you will be checking if variable colon. That means it is a Boolean expression. 100 is a non-zero value. So non-zero value is always a true. So you will be printing this statement, print 1 got a true expression value. After that you will be printing the value 100. And you are not going to execute these statements, but you will execute this particular statement because these statements are if statements. So now output will be like 1 got a true expression value and 100 will be printed. After that goodbye is printed. Sorry. Coming to the second example, here we are taking a raw input. As we know, a raw input statement will store the input as a string. So here we will be asking the user to enter an integer. So integer will be stored as a string because of raw input, and that will be converted into int. You can directly use input also here. So after converting it into integer, that will be stored into x. Now you are going to check the condition. If x is less than 0. So what are the value you are giving? Based on this, based on that value, your expression can be either true or false. So if it is true, this statement will be printed. If it is false, only this statement is printed. If it is true, this and this will be printed. Now let us see. First input is 33 we have given, and 33 is in x. 33 is less than 0 is wrong, so it will print only OK. Let us suppose you are given one more value, minus 200. Minus 200 is stored in x, so minus 200 is less than 0, so it will print enter only positive number and then OK. Now check the next statement, if else statement. So an else statement can be combined with the if statement. So else statement contains the block of code that executes the if conditional expression in the if statement and that resolves to 0 or a false value. So syntax is like this: if expression colon statements, else colon statements. So flowchart is like this: condition is evaluated, it can be either true or false. If it is true, if code is executed and then comes out. If it is false, else code is executed and then comes to the next one. So here in this example we are taking variable 1 equals to 100 and you will be checking if 100, that means true. So you are going to print this got a true expression value and you are going to print 100. So else part will not be executed. So this is the output. Now there is one more thing, else if. Else if means you can check multiple expressions for true and execute a block of code as soon as one of the condition becomes true. So now see the syntax: if expression 1 colon statements, else if expression 2 colon statements, else if expression 3 colon statements, else statements. That means it will check expression 1. If it is true, it will execute statements S and come out. Otherwise, it will check expression 2. If it is not true, it will check expression 3. If nothing is true, then it will go to the statements. Now, the flowchart will be like this. Test expression 1 is evaluated. If it is true, statement 1 executed and then it will come to the below of if else. If this is false, it will go to statement 2 and it will come to the below of if else. If this is true, false, then test expression 3 is evaluated and then it will execute statement 3 if this condition is true and it will come to below the if else. If none of these expressions are true, then body of the else part will be executed and then it will come to below of if else statement. So here variable value is 100 and you are checking if variable is equals to 200. No, 100 is not equals to 200. So it will come to else if. Variable equals to 150. No, 100 is not equals to 150. So it will come to else if statement. So variable equals to 100. Yes, that is true. So here it will print 3, got a true expression value and then it will print 100. And then finally it will print goodbye also, which is a statement after if else statement. So output will be like this. Now nested if. If you want to write one if inside the another if, there are certain situations where we want to check for another condition after a condition becomes true. So in such situations we will use nested if conditions. So in a nested if, we can have an if else construct inside another if else construct. So syntax will be like this: if expression 1 statements, and this is having the else statement. Within this statement you will be having one more if else if construct, then that is considered as nested if statement. Now see the example, variable is 100, we are checking 100 is less than 200. Very true. So it will print expression value is less than 200. After that we are checking one more condition. Is 100 is equals to 150? No. So it is coming to else if 100 is equals to 100? Yes. So it will print which is 100. After printing this, it will come to this statement and it will print goodbye. So output will be like expression value is less than 200, which is 100, and goodbye. Now we will see the changes, how these conditional constructs change the flow of the program execution. So here if statement is used in conditions and its syntax is if condition colon statement 1, that's it. And the next one, alternative execution. So here two possibilities, then you are using else. So here the syntax will be if condition colon statement 1 else statement 1. The next one, chained conditional statements. Here if more than two possibilities, else if is used. Syntax is if condition colon statement 1 else if condition 2 colon statement 2 else condition colon statement 3 else condition statement 4. So it is a chain of if else conditions. If there are more than two possibilities, then else if conditions are used. The next one is nested condition. If you are writing one condition inside another condition, so here the syntax will be if condition 1 inside that condition 1 if condition 2. If this condition is true, you are going to execute statement 1. If this condition is false, then you are going to execute statement 2. If this condition itself is wrong, condition 1 itself is wrong, then we are going to execute statement 3. This is all for today's video lecture. Hope you understand this. It is almost similar like the C language control flow statements, branching constructions. So just go through the syllabus and one more time you practice some examples. That is all for today's class. Take care.